So early in the new quarter, and I've already got a ton of work to do. I wasn't expecting college to ramp up so quickly. I'll have to work just as hard to keep up with it all. Which is why I decided to take care of eating quickly and efficiently here at the cafe while I get some extra study time in. Each their own. Is that going to be it for you? This will be fine, thanks Isabella. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. And pay for it over the odds, I imagine. See that you do, Dave. She smiles at me as she walks away, swaying her hips. Her work outfit is actually quite cute. And yes, we've been through this. I crack open the first book and start reading. I'm trying to read and eat at the same time, so it's starting off a bit slowly. I'm starting to get into it, though, when the door opens and one of my classmates walks in. And, oh hey, I didn't know you'd be here. Oh god, it's Arthur. Do I want to play this event? She might talk about class. Isabella might come over. I can't not do this. Oh hey, Carmen, already have work to do. Can you believe it? I know, right? It's like it's university. And we're all paying to be here. Carmen takes a seat across from me, slinging her own bag down next to her. There are enough books that it lands heavily. I'm just trying to get my head started on things. This looks like it's going to be a long quarter. Have to prioritize. I hear you. I've got a bag full of books and I have to start reading tonight. It's kind of crazy. Well, I'm sure you'll burrow your way through them. That was the best pun I could come up with. It's nice, though. The challenge is exhilarating. I shouldn't be surprised to hear you say that. It's no wonder you got the highest grade in our class last quarter. No one else bothered, did they? If I did. What? You must have done pretty well for yourself too, right? Oh, I did okay, but nowhere near as well as you. You're super smart, Anne. Please. I almost killed Nicole the last series for constantly saying super. I'm not having you say it. She's being very nice, but I know she's probably just behind me on my grading curve. She's pulls one of the books from her bags and opens it. We chat amicably for a bit, then we both idly go over our lessons. Well, aren't you two getting along famously? No, we're ignoring each other and revising. You could almost argue we definitely don't like each other. Oh, hey, Isabella, do you know Carmen? She's one of my classmates. Carmen, Isabella, one of my roommates. Nice to meet you, Isabella. I've seen you come in a few times. Nice to meet you formally. Get you anything? Just a black coffee. Oh, God, you're... Not only are you weird and you drink tea and coffee, but you drink black coffee as well. Yeah. Sure thing. Isabella eyes Carmen a little cautiously as she goes off to get the coffee. Carmen and I chat a bit more. Carmen seems really interested in what I've been up to. She gets really excited as we chat. We're both shocked as Isabella thumps the coffee down on the table. If she's thumped it that hard, the coffee's probably everywhere. Careful, Anne. Carmen here might try to kidnap you at this rate. Poke fun at Isabella, poke... What's the good option here? This one. Ooh, will you take me on an adventure? Isabella is boring and just wants to take me back to the house. Let's go to Vegas. What? I wouldn't... What? Isabella laughs and I can't help but giggle a little. Better yet, let's go on a pirate ship. I'm sorry, did I... That a girl, Dave. Dream big. Isabella is still laughing as she walks away. Sorry, Isabella just likes to tease me. I have to tease her back sometimes or she'll be relentless. I'm not sure what I did there, which got me an ever so slightly bigger grade. Sure, poking fun, why not? Carmen starts to breathe again, not looking nearly as flustered. We eat and study with each other for a bit longer. So, just going back, what confused me there was Carmen getting angry. Whatever, stuffy chicks, I guess. We eat and study with each other for a bit longer, enjoying each other's company, before she decides to pack it in and head out. I should probably get going as well, so I scoot out the door behind her. We wave goodbye as we go our separate ways. Yay. That was every minute worthwhile. I'm glad I played that. Kind of had to, because Isabella was there, but definitely skipping everything with Carmen in it from now on. I'm a little surprised the house is so quiet. I know it's only the first week back, but I was half expecting a big party tonight or something. I wander out of my room to grab a quick snack. I guess it's going to be a quiet night. You can't say that, followed up by that, and not expect something crazy to happen. Yeah, thought so. What? No, that's stupid. We're going to watch my show. My movie is not stupid, it is fantastic. I think that your movie might be the one that is steeped in stupidity. God, Rakesh is gonna want us to watch some fucking stupid... one of those subtitled films which is about war and poverty and famine. One of those films. The kind of people who think they're intellectually superior because they watch. Like, no, if you were that clever, you'd learn the fucking language, wouldn't you? Yeah. Ah, there it is. I knew Latin House crew wouldn't let me down. Well, they're saying that. I imagine Isabella's the kind of person who watched, like, Adam Sandler comedies. That's even worse. Oh, yeah. I head downstairs and sneak past the couch towards the kitchen. It looks like Sally, Isabella, and Rakesh are arguing over what to watch on the big screen tonight. Sally definitely wants to watch a documentary. I make my way onto the kitchen for that light snack while I debate if I want to join in or not. Oh man, I've got to side with Isabella somehow, don't we? As much as I'm curious about so-and-so's evil twin brother and the mistress they share, I think my film will make much better watching. So-and-so's twin evil brother and the mistress they share? So it's an intrigue film. Oh, even better. Was that sarcastic? Rakesh, you think sarcastic? Oh yes, I learnt it just about it yesterday, specifically so I could use it while referring to shows you like. Again, you are learning all the wrong things from America, my friend. There's a racist joke in there somewhere. Alright, you two, knock it off before someone throws a punch. Oh hey, both these guys gave up on listening to me 30 minutes ago. Hi Sally, I actually just came down for some snacks. I thought everyone had gone out for the night. It was actually pretty quiet until all the yelling started. It's Rakesh's fault. He refuses to bow down to my superior taste. That's... See, if you say that, I'm gonna, in real life, side with Rakesh. However, I have to side with you. This would be resolved if Isabella would acknowledge that I have brought the better entertainment. Oh no, they're no suspicion. They're both at it with loggerheads. Did you have an opinion, Sally? Oh no, you don't. I'm not getting in the middle of this one. Which just leaves you, Dave. Come on, be the tiebreaker. I don't even know what films you're watching. I'm just assuming. What? Why should I get in the middle of this argument? But now both Rakesh and Isabella are staring at me expectantly with the movies in their outstretched hands. Do I get to see what they are? I grab the DVD cases from the two of them, taking a moment to look them over while I consider. Isabella appears to have some kind of TV show bootleg DVD. The back is mostly in Spanish, but the word Telenovela catches my eyes. Rakesh, on the other hand, has handed me some kind of Bollywood movie, his case mostly in Hindi. I've seen a few posters like this around the web. The others are starting to look impatient as I mull it over. Alright, I speak Spanish. This isn't a decision for me. However, if I was in Anne's position, I'd put my fucking feet up and just be like, right, fuck it, we're watching sports. Alright? If we can't agree, we're all watching something we all hate. I like sports, I'm talking about this house. Although, I cannot think of anything more tedious than a Bollywood film. They'll follow, I think, two different things. I know I'm going to get the normal comment of, oh my god, they're not actually some of the more obscure stuff. I don't know obscure stuff. I'm just going through the stereotype here. I look the two over carefully, trying to pick. I have to admit Isabella's looks slightly more interesting, if only because I've never heard of such things before. I start to hold up Isabella's choice, raising my eyes to meet hers when I notice she's been giving me a sultry look this whole time. I can't help but giggle. Oh, you were going to win anyway, Isabella. Sheesh, put it in, tell us what it's about. Isabella actually claps with delight as she grabs the case back away from me and plugs it into the player under the big shared TV. Claps with delight. All this time, Rakesh is just sitting there. Whatever. Oh, you guys are going to love this. I used to watch this show with my mother when I was growing up. Every day I'd get back from school before I had to do my homework, Mum would tune in the TV and we'd watch for an hour. What follows is essentially a soap opera. The dialogue is all in Spanish and there aren't any subtitles, so Isabella has to translate everything for us. Oh, God, I just chose a soap opera? Oh, I can feel my manliness just get cut down and slapped around the face. Oh, they're all terrible. It's the joke in England is that never move into somewhere or a soap opera. Like, why would you do that? there's EastEnders. It's Watford Square? I don't know what it's called, but EastEnders, don't move there, because in the first week, your wife would have left you, a plane would have hit your house, and then terrorists would come just to steal specific jewellery and catch in some sort of bigger plot. Terrible. It seems like this one does all the same things with all the same truths, but this, with the intensity, turned up to 11. Wow. Isabella is eating it up, having a blast telling us what's happening. Some of the reactions the characters have are hilarious. It's all so much larger than life, it's quite fun. That's the wonderful thing in England, where I thought the soap operas there were terrible, and then I moved to Spain, and it was just worse. It was like a TV producer went, oh, look, fuck it, there's $5,000, go make something which is like 20 hours long. And they just scrape by, you know, like Rain, it's done from someone's just put their thumb over a hose and stuck it up in the air. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, Lord. I can kind of follow along, thanks to some of Isabella's descriptions. It's pretty fun and everyone has some good laughs. Even Rakesh, because he appears to just still be a thing. Whatever. Isabella is, of course, really into it. At one point, she even takes my hand to proclaim how romantic it is that one of the characters fell for the lady, even though she's really an evil twin. An evil twin. She doesn't let go of my hand for a while. It's kind of nice. Finally, the DVD runs out and we all clap. Thanks, Anne. That was a lot of fun. A real blast from my past, you know. No problem, I enjoyed it too. You'll have to tell me more about this show some other time, okay? I could probably teach the whole class about it, but I'll fill you in sometime. I'd rather die. Please don't let that happen. Like, I really don't want to be learning about soap operas. Bad times with soap operas, though. I don't know who sits down and is like, yeah, this is brilliant. Yay! Have we got anything which is active? Oh, yeah, I forgot the Jobs did that, didn't they? Just checking if anything's changed so we don't have to study as much, but from what I can tell, it hasn't. Oh, well, how's our energy doing? It's not doing brilliantly. Alright, so we're studying here, so if we're losing energy, we might just want to roll in bed. And that way we'll only be losing 4% a week if we're at 86 now. Well, that makes no sense. Whatever. Don't care. There is a lot of studying we're suddenly doing. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 study classes. Out of 20. Wow. That's, you know what, we're just going to put an extra pub here because I think we deserve it. Finally, time for a new class. I haven't actually met this professor yet. Please don't be the other one. I hope she's a good one. I'm looking forward to taking this class. Okay, so it's a she, but the last guy did have long hair. All he needs is a squeaky voice. And she certainly can't be any weirder than some of my other professors. As the final chime sounds, the professor walks in and steps up to the podium in the front of the class. Oh my god, what the fuck is that jawline? Are you just secretly a skull which someone is paper-mache'd with flesh? Greetings all, I'm Professor Death. Welcome to Intro to Anatomy. Oh, of course you teach anatomy. Of course. I'm not one for standing on ceremony, and you're all here to learn, so let's get to it, shall we? For starters, let's get a couple of you down here for an example. Any volunteers? I'm a little nervous, but I stick my hand in the air. That's not even playing the event. It's always good to get yourself out there as a go-getter student, or a know-it-all pet. Okay, you there, your name? Anne, ma'am. Good, good. Come down here and stand over there. I start heading down the aisle to stand slightly to the left of the teacher. Alright, let's see who else we got. Yes, yes, right there, and who else? Ah, Butch, please come to the front of the class. Please don't be Max, please don't be... He wears those glasses all the time. They're not an act. Wow. Are they last son and, like, mother? Because I feel as if you took those glasses off, he would actually have no eyes. Maybe that's the reason why. Well, it'll fit in rather nicely. A rather small guy with thick glasses approaches the front of the class. I had requested that you use my middle name, Terence, please, Professor. Oh, what an interesting name. I wouldn't have expected that. Butch. He doesn't have a butch, does he? Bruce Willis is a butch. He's not. The poor thing looks pretty flustered. Clearly he's not happy about the name. This is why I go by my middle name. Nobody ever thinks I'm a butch. Yeah, it's because you're not. Sorry, no nicknames. But moving on, Butch, you stand to my left. Jesus Christ. She's that kind of teacher. No, I don't care about getting friendly. It's not like I want you all to be endeared to me and getting on with it. Saying that, I seem to remember that someone specifically asked to be called Kudro. I can't roll my R's, sorry. Yeah, Kuro as opposed to Francisco Javier. I can see why. It'd be a mouthful every time you wanted to call him to the blackboard. And teachers did, I hasten to add. Butch grumbles and stands to her left. So, anatomy, we've got it all. This is an intro to it. I'm assuming all of you took a high school biology class, yes? So I don't have to start with the basics. The arm bone is connected to the elbow bone. That's not even right, is it? It's a shoulder bone, whatever. These are two humans, you got that. Alright, you can never tell with the state of public schools these days. Wow, okay, so this is someone who's come from a private school. So let's start talking a little bit about the differences between men and women. We're going to get into depth into some of these topics later in the course, but right now it's good to understand which aspects are universal and which aren't. Didn't the goodies once do this? Now there's many a difference between men and women. Men are better at football and just run around. It is silly. Just from looking at them, the standard differences are apparent. You can see the young lady here, who is apparently rather lucky in puberty, also sports the larger childbearing pelvic bone. That's the basic sexual dimorphism. Rather lucky in puberty. Have you not seen everyone in this game? Your eyes would fall out of your fucking head if you saw Sally or Isabella, but considering I think you're a skeleton, I think they do most of the time anyway. I can't believe she just said that. I'm probably blushing pretty badly, but I managed to stay quiet at least. The professor continues on like that for most of the hour, talking about the differences between the two of us, where evolution likely played a part, what parts are most likely holdovers from the oldest times. Wow! American schools, I didn't realise they were this, how do I say, scientifically open. Oh well, what do I know? It would probably have been a fascinating lecture if I didn't have to be a living doll for her to point out the whole tower. I was about to say tour. Finally, she gestures for Terence and me to sit down. Terence... I'm still not sure, because that's still Terry, isn't it? It's still weird, it still doesn't suit him. We head back to our seats as she finishes up with the lecture. When the bell rings, everyone flies out a little overwhelmed. Oh, and Butch, come here a moment, would you? We're just going to call him Butch. Terence, nothing suits him. Damn, I'm almost out too. Thanks for being my guinea pigs today. It's always nice to have volunteers, so I'm glad to see you stuck up to 102, Butch. To 102? The fuck? Whatever. Yes, well, I need the credits, Professor Merriweather. I hope I can count on both of you to volunteer to help me in the future. Yeah, go on then. Why not? Well, I'll always be happy to help you, Professor, though I don't know how comfortable I'll be standing in the front of your classes. Especially if you're going to be describing me all the time. Oh, no. Mostly I'll probably be using you to demonstrate muscle movement and such. It's so much easier to understand on a live person. Oh, great. I'm sure you'll be fine, plus it means you'll get much closer to the education. You seem sharp. I think you'll pick things up nicely. But we don't take notes whilst we're out there in the front of the class, is the problem. Alright, go on. I'll see you next time. As we leave, Butch gives me a shrug and a long-suffering sigh. I know what he means. This is going to be a long quarter. A very fucking long quarter with a skeleton for a teacher.